For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 21 of the My Player series here on FIFA 17, and for the third time in recent episodes you had a vote to vote upon with regards to potential for us to be leaving Cambridge United. We voted no for Cardiff, you voted no for Wolves. This time around, as I am recording this, at 2,000 votes, 66% of you have voted to leave Cambridge United and move to 17th placed in La Liga, Real Betis. So, exactly, 2/3 of you, 66.66666 recurring percent have voted to leave Cambridge United and move to Real Betis. We aren't anywhere near being the highest rated player at the club. We aren't anywhere near being the highest rated striker at the club. But a lot of you seem keen for us to take the challenge on of trying to keep Betis in La Liga and also fighting for a first team spot in a club that we didn't just necessarily stroll into, like we have been strolling into first team football at Cambridge United. So our expectations for the season are to get 5 assists and score 5 goals in the remaining half of the year, which is very much doable, as is the 6.0 average rating or better, as is the 10% goals to shot conversion rate. So I'm very, very positive about how we can do here at Betis. Whether we stay here longer than just 6 months until the end of this particular season will, of course, be down to you guys. We will do a vote at the end of the year as to whether you want me to stay on or leave. And actually, Betis are up in 12th now. So as I'd advanced forwards in the previous save to get to the point where we were selected for a game, other games were played and Betis dropped down the table. But as we stand on the day that we actually move, Betis are actually in 12th and only 3 points off 6th. Equally, only a handful of points off the relegation zone, but it's very tight in the midfield, or in the mid-table in this La Liga table so far this season. So, at the club, this looks like it's going to be the starting 11. Antonio Adan at goalkeeper looks pretty decent, 80 rated. Cristiano Piccini's a player that a few of you will be familiar with if you were with me last year, because we actually brought him at AC Milan. We've got Mandy at centre-back alongside Petzela. Both look pretty handy. Then Dermisi at left-back, a little bit lower rated, but very good physical stats. Obviously, Joaquin on the right-hand side of midfield, aging though quite badly now, unfortunately for him, but still very good technically. Petros in the midfield, as well as Felipe Gutierrez. Charlie Musonda, of course, on loan from Chelsea here on the left-hand side. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills for him, of course. They've also got Antonio Sanabria up top, who they bought from Roma for £15.5 million. And Ruben Castro. They're going to be our two main rivals with regards to first-team football. Castro scored 7 goals this year, and Sanabria hasn't played at all, which is strange that he's actually in the starting 11. So never mind. They've also got players like Jonas Martin. Let's have a quick look through. Ryan Donk is here. Danny Jimenez, Brisanak, Fabian, Danny Cabellos, who's actually pretty decent for a cam at 20 years of age, 77 rated. Leiva, Alex Alegria, another one of our striking I don't want to say enemies, it's perhaps the wrong phrase, but Roman Zozulia is here as well. Alex Martinez, Bruno the centre-back, decent technically, but my word is he slow, 34 acceleration. Alvaro Cajudo, perhaps, I'm not really too sure how to pronounce that. Then we've got some youngsters here that aren't so high rated, but if we scroll down to where I am, can see that they paid £5.5 million for me to bring me in from Cambridge United. So we're valued at £5 million now, but they paid £5.5 just to ensure that we made the move. Our finishing is very good. Of course, we've been training our finishing in the training modules, as well as our free kick accuracy and our penalties. Penalties currently sit at 70, so they're quite high, but I will continue to try and build on my penalties and my free kicks whilst here at the club. You can see on the squad ranking, we were 21st, was it? Yes, 21st on the scale, and the 6th highest forward player, 5th highest rated striker. Of course, Charlie Musonda, a left winger. So we have a number of people ahead of us on paper, but when it comes to actually playing, I think we might find ourselves in the starting lineup. Now, I'm just going to set up my training again. As always, at the beginning of a series like this, we're only going to train the penalties and the free kicks because we don't want to advance too quickly with regards to overall rating. As I mentioned at the beginning of this series, and as was the case on FIFA 14 and 15, unfortunately it wasn't the case on 16 because we trained too much too early. The plan is for the series to last the full year of FIFA 17 so that we have a full career in the full year. The plan is to only do the one save, of course, and move from club to club. Whereas last year we ended up having to move or having to start a second save because we advanced too much in the first save. So we learnt from our mistakes, and the plan is hopefully to only have the one save this year and work our way up through the football pyramid to the very, very top. We've moved from League 2 to the top flight in Spanish football. Yes, admittedly, very much mid-table top flight La Liga football, but it's still here. Unfortunately, that Barcelona game has been rescheduled as it was when we previously had a look at this save. So we'll go through transfer deadline day, but it looks like our first game in Spanish football will be against Barcelona, unless that's been scheduled past the other games. Let's have a quick look, shall we? What is going to be our first game? Oh, no, it's going to be against Deportivo La Coruña. Okay, Barcelona is on the horizon, though. But our first game for Betis will be against Deportivo. We'll have just the one game today, because obviously we've shown you the setup of the squad here, etc. So, actually, let's have a quick look through the Spanish clubs and see who's done what in the window. Atletico Madrid have actually sold Correa, Angel Correa. Not sure where he will have gone. Any other big moves in La Liga? Barcelona have brought in Martinez. Which Martinez that is, I'm not entirely too sure. Might be Javi Martinez, perhaps the centre back. I guess we'll find out when we play them a little bit later on. Betis have obviously bought me in for $5.5 million. That's all they've done. Real Madrid have done no business either. Sociedad have done a little bit, but nobody really spending much money in La Liga so far this window. Valencia have brought in El Ghazi from Ajax, but other than that, actually, did El Ghazi move from Ajax somewhere else? I can't remember. There was a couple of wingers at Ajax, wasn't there, that ended up, one stayed and one moved, and I can't remember who it was. I think one of them moved to, was it Lazio? I might be completely mistaken there, and if I am, do let me know in the comment section down below. There was El Ghazi and there was another winger at Ajax. I think one of them moved to Serie A, but again, if I'm mistaken, do let me know. But let's skip now. We'll go and play our first game in a Real Betis kit. I will hit my man Joe Bellin up and ask him to alter the thumbnail for the next episode so that we'll be in the Betis kit in the thumb. And because, yes, we've moved clubs, but I only change celebration and boots and hairstyle at the end of each calendar season. So we won't change our boots, our hairstyle, or our celebration yet. We'll do that at the end of this year. And depending on how things go here at Betis, you guys may decide that we stay here, or you may decide that we move on elsewhere. It's been a big transfer window, as you can see. £144 million spent now. We'll go to the final hour. Barcelona have brought in Juland. I don't know who that is, but we'll have a quick scroll through a little bit quicker than we did last time, just to see if there's been any other big deals at other bigger clubs. And there have been. Jorginho's been brought in at Atleti for £26 million. Yann Villa presumably was on a pre-contract. That's why it said £0 for him previously. Have another look at the big players in this. Real Madrid who brought in Stefaniak for £2.5 million. I'll be honest, I don't know who that is. Wow. Sevilla brought in Sergio Asenjo, the goalkeeper from Villarreal, for £18 million. Anything done by Valencia? No, still just El Ghazi. Villarreal have sold Matteo Masacchio as well for over £20 million. So that's intriguing. I'm not sure where he's gone. Clearly not to another La Liga side. Maybe we'll find out once we get into European football in our career. Will perhaps come up against Matteo Masacchio at the club that he's moved to. But we're going to actually have a quick train before we play Deport, and then we will push on and play the game against Deportivo for our La Liga debut. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy, and subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series, or of course the Everton Career Mode series, which will be going up a little bit later on this afternoon too. But without any further ado, let's go and play Deport, providing we're selected, which we should be, alongside Ruben Castro in a 4-4-2. That was what it looked like was going to be the case when we checked the save previously, and it is the case again. Actually, let's play in the away kit just to ensure that there's no kit clash whatsoever. And it is Ruben Castro we play alongside, although we're now right striker rather than left striker. And they're actually playing Sanabria on the left-hand side of midfield, so he is in the starting lineup, but playing at left mid, not at striker, which is intriguing. No Charlie Musonda. Never mind. We will take it. We're in the first team. We're in the starting lineup. Real Betis versus Deportivo coming up next. Petros to me. Nice to see that the team are happy to pass it to me when I call for it immediately. That's a nice ball down the line. Will the man get there? Sydney gets to the ball first, but Petros comes away with it. And he's done well to find the crossing angle. And who's underneath? It might be Sanabria. It's going to drop on the edge of the box. To me, oh, I just had to have a snapshot. I couldn't help myself. First shot in a Real Betis shirt. Unfortunately, is well blocked by the defender that was in front of me. But I couldn't resist the urge. Mandy's done well there, actually, to win the ball back. Rather unfortunate that he's named after the slang term for a drug in the UK. But never mind. And our second shot of the game, as a team, flies wide, unfortunately. Player debuts. Oh, Sanabria's debut. Okay, I thought he was on loan. They must have just bought Antonio Sanabria as well then for £15.5 million from Roma. I thought he was on loan at Betis. I know he was on loan somewhere. It may not have been Betis. I might be completely mistaken. I probably am. But we've got two debuts starting in the side then today for Betis. Myself and Sanabria both playing for the team from Seville for the very first time. Oh, lovely ball by Andone into Joselu. Joselu with a turn. Back to Guilherme. Guilherme with a shot. Good save by Adan. Depor not to be outdone. There's their first chance of the game so far. And they might get a second as well. Ball comes in. Adan comes for the punch. Who's going to win that header? Babel does. Into Guilherme to Joselu. Can he get the turn in? Bruno does very well to win the ball off him. Right, this has been an entertaining opening 10 minutes, hasn't it? Two chances at either end. Petros on the breakaway for Betis again as well, and breaking through really well. I'm going to keep the run going here. Martin will play me round the corner. Do I go solo? I do look for a teammate. I'm going to go solo and whip it just past the post, unfortunately. Things are going very well so far. This is a very exciting and promising start to life here at Real Betis. Out to Ryan Babel, into Bergantinos again. Cross it to Joselu. Looks for the quick ball in, but poorly executed, and we're actually coming away on a good counter-attack here. Ruben Castro finds me. Try and burn away from the defender. We're not yet the fastest of players. We have a little bit of pace in our legs, but we're not absolutely rapid. I would like to try and improve on my acceleration and sprint speed this season if possible. But of course we have to bear in mind we are still in the first season and we're already 73 rated. Pacini steals it off the defender though. Oh, but the pass is poor. He will get to the... Was that a free kick for us or a free kick for them? It's a free kick for us, I think. Yes, we won it. Ruben Castro to take. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Castro's free kick all through the wall. But Poroto Lux makes a good save, a comfortable save. The deflection off the wall took the power off it. Interesting that Ruben Castro tried to power it through the wall there. Sanabria is going to get the ball into me. And I see the run being made by the teammate who slotted him in well. Petros gets tackled by Sydney, unfortunately. Very impressed with the way that this Betis plays side. This Betis side plays so far in this opening game. We seem pretty solid defensively as well. I have genuinely been really pleased with how the side gets stuck in defensively and the way that they build up the play going forward. It's definitely different to League 2, and it's definitely felt more positive, more forward-moving than League 2 as well. Really hoping that this could be a good move for us. Ryan Babel perhaps looking to set up something at the very end of the first half, but he gets tackled, and Gutierrez could set up a counter-attack, but no, he's caught on it, but the referee decides that that was a foul. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at the break, but it's been a very good first half for us here at Real Betis. I'm pleased with how things are going. Here's Andone. Nice turn. Very good turn, actually, into Guilherme. Shoot! And wide of the target. Decent for Depor. Nobody really, neither side, have actually been able to get their shots... Actually, he skewed that quite a long way wide. Neither side have been able to get their shots very accurately on target and or cause the keeper any real problems. There have been a number of opportunities, but not of the highest quality so far. But the build-up play is definitely of a much higher quality than we were experiencing in League 2. So I'm really pleased how things are going so far. And hopefully we can have a really successful spell here at Betis, whether it's just the 6 months until next season or whether it's a little bit longer and we end up staying, 12 months, 18 months perhaps. We'll have to wait and see how things go. Of course, you guys will get the opportunity to vote for my future in the summer. But for now, things look like they might be pretty good for us here at Betis. Hopefully we can get ourselves, or at least the team, a goal and a win in this first game. We've got just under half an hour to do so. 25 minutes to go. I'm going to come here and support, but Bettini decides to throw it back to Lever. Here's Bettini again, into me. I'm not sure whether that was my pass or a tackle that took it to Lever there, but he's going to find me. We've got some space here. Shot off wide of the target on my left foot. We do still need to score a couple more goals on our left foot to improve the weak star rating, but there is another good opportunity for us here in a Betis shirt. I cut across it. You can see the ball spinning away from the target the whole time, but creating more opportunities. Surely it won't be long before a goal comes. No, cleared away by Sydney, and actually Haselu could set up a counter-attack here, and he's got the man there to play it too. Andone racing away. It's Romanian, I think, Andone, if memory serves. That's a nice spin on the defender, and the cross is decent too. Two people at the back post. Carlos Hill gets it back into the middle, and Oscar heads wide. Went for the diving header option rather than trying to volley it. Turns out that was the wrong decision. Nice effort though, very brave going in there, especially with the defender coming towards him with his studs up, but unfortunately for him, the ball went wide of the target. 15 minutes to go. Back to Mosquera. Hill, space out wide now for Wanfran, pushing forward from right back, but Sanabria gets the tackle in well. I'm stuck on someone in the middle. Get off him. Danny Ceballos has got a couple of options here, and it's actually like an American football style block off there from the man Demisi there to hold the defender away. He's kind of got himself cornered though, but he's gotten this cross in, and I'm up. It's going to drop to someone. Unfortunately, that someone is Carlos Hill, but here's Sanabria. He's shot. Did it take a deflection? It didn't. Oh, scuffed wide of the target from our fellow new signing here at Betis. Yeah, just didn't quite get the connection he was after. Seems to be the way of things so far in this game. A number of opportunities, but the quality of finish just isn't there yet. We've made a change at right back as Quetzi comes on for Pacini. Get this into Ruben Castro, and he's passed the defender well. Still going here, Ruben Castro. Danny Ceballos on the ball. Where's he going to go? I'll call for it. He'll get it to me. I just want to turn the defender. We've done well. The shot's off. It's on target. Peroto looks, makes a good save. Things are getting closer here. Will we sneak a 1-0 win before the end of this game? Cross comes in. It's drilled low. Ruben Castro brings it down well. Out here to Danny Ceballos. Ceballos could pass it to me. He has done. I could play it off to a teammate. We'll look through. Oh, but Albentosa gets the foot in. It says poor pass. We'll get the tackle in, though. Can I find a teammate? Can we find a teammate? That might cause the keeper some problems, in fact. But no, unfortunately, it's a poor cross in the end. And my guy's very angry at himself. 5 minutes to go. 0-0. Up we go. Win that header. Oscar actually chests it down rather comfortably. Oh, that's a lovely ball by Carlos Hill. And Andone knocks it down to Mosquera. Will Depor get one final chance to try and sneak the win? Running around here nicely into Guillermo. Could slot through his teammate. And Oscar, with arguably the best chance of the game, fires that straight to the goalkeeper. I get knocked to the floor there, and there goes the final whistle. It is a 0-0 draw in our first game at Betis, away from home against Deportivo, but there were plenty of efforts in that game. I had 4 shots myself, let alone the amount that the team had. Plenty of highlights in that game for sure. We did okay, a 7.2. Of course, the manager said he wanted a minimum of a 6.0. So all we have to do is just maintain our start rating. We'll meet that criteria. 7 shots as a whole as a team, 3 on target, 54% possession. I'm very encouraged by that start at Real Betis. Hopefully we can hold on to our first team spot as well. I think we did well enough there to ensure that we do get a start in the next game. But that will come in the next episode. I'll try and get the thumbnail changed for that next episode to show our move here to Real Betis. Thank you for voting. Unfortunately, Jonas Martin is going to be out for 3 weeks, but hopefully that won't be too much of a miss. But yes, thank you very much for voting. Thank you for making the decision. You guys said no to Cardiff, no to Wolves, but we've packed our bags, we've transferred, and we are now settling in Spain. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. And up next for us in the next episode will hopefully be Valencia and Barcelona. 2 very big games to welcome us to La Liga. I'll see you next time.